Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's another Mythic Monday, and today we're dipping into the Mythic Legion's vaults and pulling out an oldie but a goodie, thanks to my good friend Greg. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Mythic Legion's Hadriana. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by, and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. So, like I said, it is all thanks to my good friend Greg Schmerber. You guys know the Schmerber Burger. If you don't, oh man, do yourself a favor and go befriend the guy. He is just absolutely incredible. Really good friend of mine. Met him last year at Legion's Con. You guys know the whole song and dance because I've said it enough times now. He's like a brother from another mother. I absolutely love this guy. I've been on his show before. He's been on my show before. We may have something in the works for you guys. So, you know, watch this space. And, you know, we were doing the Mythic Legion's mystery boxes, and I pulled a Sir Godfrey. And you know what? He was looking for one, and we didn't have a trade in place, so I just sent it to him. I was like, I know you want this figure. I'm just going to send it to you. So I sent it to him, and, you know, I wasn't expecting anything in return, just putting some good out there because he's a really good friend of mine. And out of the blue, he just sent, this box just shows up. He didn't tell me he was sending it. He didn't say, hey, I found something for you. He just sent it to me, and he was like, here, this is for the Sir Godfrey, and he got me this figure. I don't know if it's from his personal collection or if he traded something for it. He wouldn't say. He's keeping it sneaky like that. But this is an amazing figure. It's one that I have wanted for a very long time. I don't even know if he knew that, but I absolutely love this figure. And so today we're just going to take a look at it. Let's head over to the review space and take a look at Hadriana. All right, taking a closer look at the front of the package here, you can see just about everything she comes with. I have opened this up, so that's probably why this stuff is kind of like not where it belongs. You can see the faction there of the Leodicius. And on this side, we have her write-up, so if you want to pause that and give it a read, what you need to know is she is the leader of the Red Shield soldiers. So taking a look here on the back, I have come to realize that I own every one of these figures now, with the exception of Magnus. So I think I need to add him to my collection and track him down. But let's get her opened up and check out everything she comes with. Of course, starting off with her accessories, she does have this this cape. This is the old style cape before C. Jessamine started doing them, so it's not wired or anything. It's just your standard cape with holes really far apart. You have to bunch that up to get it to fit properly. We're going to be replacing that down the line with another cape. She does come with this piece of fur. You can see how it's sort of in a cape shape, but it's weirdly cut, and yeah, I don't know. The stuff's kind of fallen off of it, so we're probably going to leave this in the accessory bin. She does come with this massive hammer, which I think is awesome. I've gotten one of these hammers before, but never in this colorway, so it's really good to have it in this color, which is great. I love the ending of this thing. That end pommel looks more dangerous than the hammer, and you lay this thing down on its side, and it is actually longer than Hadriana herself, so that's a massive weapon for her to be wielding. But it's impressive. She does come with your standard wing adapters and shield holder here on the back, you know, for the back of the character if you want to use that. She does come with your standard sword and sheath, this time in a gold and red colorway, brown and gold on the sheath with a little bit of a little hook right there. We've seen this before, so no big deal. And then she does come with my favorite weapon, a mace with a real gold chain. This thing looks really, I'm not saying it's real gold, I'm saying it's a real chain that happens to be gold, but I love anytime a character comes with a mace. It just makes them look so much more intimidating. She does come with that standard belt there, and she comes with these really nice thinner, like smaller shoulder pauldrons, which I absolutely love. I think these are going to look great on her, and surprisingly, she comes with an extra head that I did not know about. I guess I don't remember her coming with this head at all. I do love it. I love the red and the gold on that silver. It looks fantastic, but it doesn't matter because with a head like this, Man, that head's going to stay in the bin. This helmeted head is incredible. That lion face plate is just absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful. Love the hinge work there. It looks like it's hinged on the side, little hinges, but it does rotate up, and you can see her face underneath. Not the most detailed face paint. The eyes are, kind of really nicely painted, but I mean, just look at this chest tampo with that symbol on there. It just looks beautiful. These little cape clips that are here on the top look insane. I just love the detail. I love all of the paint and work right here on the arms. If you can tell, that's like a dark purple and gold worked in there, which is very subtle but also very beautiful. Some bronze chainmail, some nice filigree work on the gauntlet. And look at all these rivets. Everything is just so beautifully painted. The leather paint on the straps on her belt look incredible. All these little buckles are painted. You have this nice little butt flap, which is really cool. I love the bronze under chainmail, which looks great. This little backpack and all these straps and buckles on the back of the figure look insane. Absolutely love these side skirts here. These the leg armor, these leather pads look beautifully. They're so well painted. And then the detail on this little front piece, which looks like it's about to fall off, this little loincloth here, beautifully painted. It's very soft and pliable. Look at those legs. The detail on the armor there is just, the sculpt is incredible. Like, this is one of the most beautiful figures. Now, I knew that I wanted her, but I didn't know how beautiful she was. The sculpting, the paintwork, you have some more of that purple and gold down here. It's very subtle. It almost looks black, but under this lighting, it's come across as purple to me. And man, this helmet just looks incredible. Now let's go ahead and pop this head off and pop this other head on just to see what it looks like. It does look good. I'm not complaining. Like, if you wanted to pick up a couple of other of these figures and then like put this head on it and have it be like her, her elite guard, that would be really cool. But for Hadriana herself, I'm going to leave this head on. I love that the head can look up that far. Lots of range of motion, can look down that far. Lots of bobble and tilt side to side. Lots going on there. There's a lot of movement in that head right there. The arms are very well articulated. They can go out, especially since those pauldrons are not on, they can go out and hit that T-pose, no problem. If you need them to go all the way around, they do, no problem. We have no upper bicep swivel, but that's, to be expected. We do have a hinge and a 90-degree bend right here at the elbow, looking great. We do have a hinge and a swivel right here at the wrist, so that's nice. And then here for this chest here, let's look and see here, because this should be in two pieces. So we have waist rotation, but there should be a joint right here, and there it is. I just had to kind of crack it. You can see like her upper torso rotates separately from her lower torso, and that's just on like a big plug right there. So with all this armor in there, she's only going to be able to bend forward about that far, but she can bend back about that far. But somebody in armor is not going to get a lot of range of mobility anyway. Legs can go forward all the way. They can go out to the side about that far, and her leg can kick back all the way because there's no butt flap to get in the way. We do have upper thigh swivel, no problem. And then we also have a 90-degree hinge. So she's got a nice bend at the knee, rotates at the knee. And then we have a very nice hinge, swivel, and rotation down there at the foot. So she is very well articulated. So let's see what we're going to do here with this cape. Like I said, this is the old style cape, so you kind of have to like line these little pieces up here, and they're kind of far apart. So what you have to do, you can see how far apart the holes are versus how on the back versus how far apart the holes are on the cape. But that is for you to sort of like bunch up. And you do have to kind of like bunch them up a little bit. You have to kind of fold them over on top of themselves, which is fine. You get some pleating inside of the cape, and so it kind of hangs naturally. That looks really cool. And then let's see if this is going to go through first try. Nope. Let's get that in there properly. Come on. Don't make me cut. There we go. And then let's go ahead and pop this on. Left shoulder pauldron went in, no problem. Right one's giving me a little bit of a fit, and you can see there's the cape and how it hangs. You can actually pull it If you want to lift this up, you can actually pull the cape around, completely cover one shoulder, or you can pull it around both, but you're going to have to pull back on the other side a little bit. But there you have, you can rotate it around a little bit and have the shoulder pauldrons kind of hold them in place, and it looks like those clips on her chest and collarbone right there are like actually holding them in place. So now what we're going to do here is all the promo pics that I kind of saw of this figure had it only over this shoulder. You can see how it's kind of sort of in a rounded shape at the top, kind of like a cape would be. I don't know who cut the bottom part of this cape. Maybe they were in a hurry. I'm not sure. But what I've seen in the promo pics is it's just kind of over one shoulder. So I just kind of drape it over that shoulder and use the shoulder pauldron to kind of hold it in place. And it does a pretty good job. I mean, you can't tug on it. It'll come right out. But just standing like this, and it looks to be holding it pretty nicely. And so there you have it. There's what she looks like with her cape and her wool cloak, or the like fur on there. Now we're going to do one more thing. Let's pop this head on here and show you what that looks like, just in case you want to see. And it does look nice. I'm not mad at it. But nothing beats that lion faceplate. Let's see here. One more thing with the heads is if you do have the All-Stars 5 heads pack, you can use this head right here, which is what we're going to do. We're going to pop that head out of the package and see what that looks like here. Now, she does come with her own neck peg, just in case you want to use the unarmored version. So what you have to do here is you want to take this entire neck peg off, and then you have to put this neck peg on. And let's see if I'm going to be able to do this without having to cut away. Yep, there we go. You can pop that on, and there is Hadriana with her helmet off. And I think she looks fantastic. Fiery redhead on the battlefield. You can see the hair is kind of sculpted to fit over that shoulder pauldron, and it does kind of push the head forward a little bit, because I think, you know, this figure was not designed with a helmetless head, you know, in mind, but it doesn't look bad. And I think that, you know, adding this head is like an afterthought. It wasn't, you know, designed that way. So, but yeah, it looks really good. So let's get her into some size comparisons with some other figures and see how she stacks up. Here she is next to a regular 1.0 style body with Bill Bones broken shield. And here she is next to a little guy, or, you know, let's throw a goblin in here, Swig. Everybody's getting Swigs now. It's Swigalicious. It's Swig May, I think is what we're calling it now. And then here she is next to a brute scale from the Poxus wave. So you can see how she stacks up against the brutes. And then let's bring in an ogre scale. And then here she is next to an ogre that I customized with a head, and I did the paintwork on the armor. So yeah, that's how she stacks up with other figures in the line. So let's get into some backgrounds and into some lighting and see how she poses up. I got to tell you, I always wanted this figure because she was just one on my list that I didn't have, and it was one that I really wanted, and I knew she looked beautiful, but I didn't know how beautiful she looked until I got her in hand, and I would have never had her in hand had it not been for my good buddy Greg. So thank you so much for like getting this figure to me, sending it to me, and having her in my collection, because she is a beauty. She is absolutely incredible, and one that I think could could very well have a very nice 2.0 or a version 2 of her one day. Now, I am going to add a custom cape from the Death and Plastic, the same seller that I always get my capes from on eBay. I'm definitely going to be adding one for this figure. He actually does make one for her, so I am going to be picking that up. So when I do, I'll probably have a Mythics play day, and I'll show you all the cool stuff that I get to add to these characters. So thank you guys for having patience with me and letting me get this up kind of late today. It's been kind of weird. We're here in Florida. We're having lots of storms, and the kids are in and out of school. They're in school, then they're out, and then we take them, and then they get away. I got to go get them, and so it's been really busy. There's been a lot going on, so I appreciate your patience for the late upload today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. I super appreciate it. Please continue to check us out at Instagram at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I am your Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I'm your host, Mark, and I will see you in the toy aisles.